Good morning. Happy Thursday. Proverbs 22 verse 5, Amp. Thorns and snares are in the way of the obstinate, for their lack of honor and their wrongdoing traps them. He who guards himself with godly wisdom will be far from them and avoid the consequences they suffer. Proverbs 22 verse 18, Amp. For it will be pleasant if you keep them in mind, incorporating them as guiding principles. Let them be ready on your lips to guide and strengthen yourself and others. Matthew 7 verse 15, Amp. Beware of the false prophets, teachers, who come to you dressed as sheep, appearing gentle and innocent, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. Matthew 10 verse 17, Amp. Beware of men, whose nature is to act in opposition to God, for they will hand you over to the courts and flog you in their synagogues. Matthew 16 verse 6, Amp. Jesus said to them, Watch out and be on your guard against the leaven of the Pharisees and Sadducees. Luke 12 verse 16, Amp. Then he told them a parable, saying, There was a rich man whose land was very fertile and productive. Luke 12 verse 17, Amp. And he began thinking to himself, What shall I do, since I have no place large enough in which to store my crops? Luke 12 verse 18, Amp. Then he said, This is what I will do. I will tear down my storehouses and build larger ones, and I will store all my grain and my goods there. Luke 12 verse 19, Amp. And I will say to my soul, Soul, you have many good things stored up, enough for many years. Rest and relax, eat, drink and be merry, celebrate continually. Luke 12 verse 20, Amp. But God said to him, You fool, this very night your soul is required of you, and now who will own all the things you have prepared? Luke 12 verse 21, Amp. So it is for the one who continues to store up and hoard possessions for himself, and is not rich in his relationship toward God. 1 Corinthians 3 verse 17, Amp. If anyone destroys the temple of God, corrupting it with false doctrine, God will destroy the destroyer. For the temple of God is holy, sacred, and that is what you are. 1 Corinthians 3 verse 18, Amp. Let no one deceive himself. If anyone among you thinks that he is wise in this age, let him become a fool, discarding his worldly pretensions and acknowledging his lack of wisdom, so that he may become truly wise. Galatians 4 verse 9, Amp. Now, however, since you have come to know the true God through personal experience, or rather to be known by God, how is it that you are turning back again to the weak and worthless elemental principles of religions and philosophies, to which you want to be enslaved all over again? Colossians 2, 8, Amp. See to it that no one takes you captive through philosophy and empty deception, pseudo-intellectual babble, according to the tradition and musings of mere men, following the elementary principles of this world, rather than following the truth, the teachings of Christ. Colossians 3 verse 16, Amp. Let the spoken word of Christ have its home within you, dwelling in your heart and mind, permeating every aspect of your being. As you teach spiritual things, and admonish and train one another with all wisdom, singing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs with thankfulness in your hearts to God. Colossians 3 verse 17, Amp. Whatever you do, no matter what it is, in word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus, and in dependence on Him, giving thanks to God the Father through Him. sunnykim800.com. On social media, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow.